In case you want to know, it's like actually 3 degrees outside, and I still walked and got a nice coffee. I don't know where to put it though. I don't really have it. The floor is probably fine. Hi. In case you're new here, I'm Abby. Welcome to this channel. We do a lot of different things here. I hope you enjoy. Today, I want to talk about Rent Live. It aired this past Sunday. I was really excited about it. I'm a theater kid, theater nerd. I'm in a show right now. Always loving theater, watching theater, going to see theater. Follow my Instagram if you want to see the shows I've seen. I always post on there updates of shows. So, one of my favorite musicals is Rent. Now, Rent holds a special place in my heart. I watched it one summer, like 3 years ago for the first time. I know I'm late on it. Come at me. Please don't. Actually do. I don't really care. Like that summer, I literally watched it upwards of 20 times in just that summer. And since then, I've seen it like a lot of times. I'm talking about the movie. I also went to see the national tour when it was going around and stuff. I love Rent. So, Rent Live. Before it even aired, there was a lot of controversy about it. People were afraid it was going to be like too family friendly, like TV was gonna ruin it. They were afraid it was just gonna suck. I actually was not one of these people. I was very excited. I love the whole live musical thing. Yeah, they all have their like issues, but I like enjoyed Grease Live, Hairspray Live, Jesus Christ Superstar Live. I enjoyed them. Overall, very excited about Rent Live. I had high hopes, and let me just tell you, all my hopes were crushed. I personally really didn't like it at all. I'm still really sad about it because I expected to like it. Like, you know, I love Jordan Fisher. I love like Vanessa Hudgens. I love Brandon Victor Dixon. Had high hopes for this. I was ready. I was into it. I didn't dislike all of it. I was more just disappointed in it. It was bad. In my work study today, I made like a pro-con list that I'm gonna go through. I really tried thinking of pros because like I don't want to be just like a negative like hater. It sucked. Like F-.
Get out.
Because I do love Rent and I realize the work put into it and like the work the cast did. People worked hard in this production. I don't want to just be like, y'all failed. It's not all awful, it's just mostly awful. So we'll start with the pros. We'll start positive, you know, and then just like work our way down because that's kind of how the live went. We're doing a pro-con list. So, pros. I thought Vanessa Hudgens killed it. She was the star of the show. She stole the show. As soon as she arrived with her motorcycle and everything, I was here for it. I don't have a negative thing to say about her. She was absolutely amazing. Every time she was on the screen, I was invested in her. Take Me or Leave Me, that was the best. Like, killed it, nailed it, loved it. The Joanne, she was fine. I have no issues with her really. She just like was overshadowed by Vanessa. Another person that I loved is
Brandon Victor Dixon.
I loved him in Jesus Christ Superstar Live. His voice, Brandon, if you're watching this, I know you're not, please sing at my wedding. Him as Collins, I'll Cover You reprise, like, amazing. That's all I can say. I'm without words. So him and Vanessa were great. My last pro was the end of the musical. I really liked when they were actually live. I realized the circumstances, like I know why they weren't live, but when they were actually live, it was so much better. Sirens.
Fireman, come on!
Can't find my straw. I realized what we watched was the dress rehearsal. It was very obviously a dress rehearsal. I feel like if they did the performance live, it would have been better. So the actual live bit I thought was so much better. Energy was like kind of lacking the entire show.
Unless you were Vanessa?
I didn't feel the energy, but then when they were live, I felt the energy. Like I feel like the guy who played Roger was like more into it, even with his broken foot. I just wish they could have done it live. They actually did like a little performance for the people that were gonna be in the audience, and I saw clips of it and it was so good. I also really liked Seasons of Love at the end where like the old cast came out with the new cast and they were all buddy-buddy. Love Adam Pascal, Idina, Queen, so there was hope for this. I feel like it could have been good if I just feel so bad for that Roger with his broken foot. So those are the pros. That's what I liked about it. Oh, I just thought of another pro. The set. I thought the set was really, really cool. I thought it looked really awesome, like the levels and like the brown and how the audience was like throughout it, thought it was awesome. Now, the cons, what I didn't like about it. Again, people worked really hard on this. I'm not saying everything's terrible and they did no work or whatever. I'm not saying that. So, disclaimer. The first con, the sound. I couldn't hear anything, which was kind of for the best because some things I did hear were iffy. All I could hear was either like the instruments or the crowd. The mics and the sound was off the entire time and it was so irritating. The next thing I didn't like, I felt like I just didn't connect to the characters. I wasn't like invested in the show. And like every time I watch Rent, I'm like so invested, I'm so emotional. It doesn't even matter if it's like the OG cast or not. Cars are so loud. You need to get your car fixed, buddy. Holy crap. So it has nothing to do with like, only, Adam Pascal can play Roger, and that's it. Like, it's not that. I don't know. I just, like, wasn't feeling it. Like, I love Jordan Fisher, but I just didn't feel him as Mark. He did amazing. But I just felt like, I was texting my friend Val about this, too. We felt like he was just too cool for Mark. I don't know. I was, like, disappointed. I'm like, I love Jordan Fisher, and he did, like, great. You could tell he was having fun, and I loved that. But I just felt like he was just too cool.
I can't relate, but...
So yeah, I just wasn't feeling the characters. Like, Mimi was fine. Didn't have an issue with Mimi. Brandon Victor Dixon was perfect. Vanessa was perfect. Joanne, she was kind of forgettable. Her voice was good. Angel, I don't really like Angel at all. Like, at all. Valentina seems great. I don't know anything about her, but I just didn't like her as Angel. And that made me sad because Angel's one of my favorite characters. So to not connect, like even when Angel died, I was just like, why do I not feel as sad? I just felt more sad for Collins than I did about Angel actually dying. And like, I usually feel so sad about Angel dying and I felt nothing. I was like,
what is wrong with me?
I just think I just didn't like the interpretation Valentina did. Each their own, you know? Another thing I didn't like, I don't know if I missed it. They didn't start with Seasons of Love. And I feel like the iconic thing of Rent, and they even showed this in like the ads, I think, for the show. They didn't do like the spotlights, you know? Well, they did at like the end, I think, or something. I don't know. I didn't like how they did Seasons of Love. I wish they started with it like normal. They like did the first Seasons of Love in like the middle of the show, like, because the start of Act 2 is Seasons of Love, like I think like B or something, or like, it's not reprise, I don't think that's what it's called, but it's like a reprise of Seasons of Love. They didn't do that at all, which, I mean, it's just weird. They didn't start with it and they've put it in like the middle of the show. I just thought that was weird. I didn't really like it. And then the last thing, I already touched on this, I just felt like there was no energy. This was a dress rehearsal, so people were probably like saving their voices. Like, I could tell people were saving their voices, obviously, like that's what you do at a dress rehearsal. And they didn't know that Roger was gonna break his foot, obviously. La Vie Boheme, usually that song is like a jam, you're dancing, but I was just like watching it and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I don't know if that's just me. I mean, my friend Carly I was watching with felt it too. We were just kind of like, the whole time. Oh, I just thought of another thing I didn't like. What You Own? I hated it. One, you couldn't hear anything. That sucked. Two, it's because the crowd, it was like a rock concert. Why? That whole song, I like had to leave the room. I was so annoyed. I really didn't like it at all. Why did they do it like that? It's so bad. Like, it's not a rock concert. Like, stop. Anyway, enough negative about it. I'm trying to not be like wicked negative, but I really just didn't like it. Few things I want to touch on. One thing I just want to say is, why don't they have understudies for these things? Nothing against the guy who played Roger. He didn't mean to break his foot. Things happen. He did great. His voice is so cool. Like, I thought he would have been like a great Roger had he done it live. Again, people were like saving their voices or not going all out for the dress rehearsal, and I kind of felt that from him. He wasn't going all out. That's just like what I saw. I was kind of like, where's the emotion, Roger? Why aren't you angry when you should be angry? Anyway, they should have understudies. Like, Broadway has understudies in case something happens. Like, when you're doing a live performance, things happen. Things come up. People get hurt. People get sick. You need to have a backup plan, or you just need to always film the dress rehearsal as if it's live and tell the actors that you have to perform this as if it was going to be live. Because again, I could tell we were watching a dress rehearsal. It's disappointing because I wanted to see them going all out for it, because that's what I love about theater, is be able to put everything out there on the stage. I just felt like they didn't do that because it was a dress rehearsal. Hello, Train. Thank you for joining us on this lovely, I don't even know what the day is, it's Thursday. Oh no, I I would give Rent Live a C+, because Vanessa was great, and Brandon Victor Dixon was great. I love how I say like his full name, and then Vanessa, I'm just like Vanessa. So yeah, those are the only two reasons I give it a C+, instead of I'd give it like a solid C. That's what I thought about Rent Live. I would love to hear what you guys think. Let me know. Comment down below what you thought, if you watched it. I like seeing people's opinions on things. That's why I'm sharing mine. This is just my opinion. You don't have to have the same as me. You can disagree on everything I've said.
Go for it.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you want to see more from me. I post content every Friday. It's different every week. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next Friday with a special Valentine's video for all you single people out there. So subscribe to see that. Happy February. Bye. Ow. I'm a mess.